Sodiq Yusuff and Mairon Santos at 155? What are we doing here? A little bit of an interesting situation. Sodiq Yusuff has been bulking up. He's been getting bigger since his loss to Diego Lopez about a year ago. He's been getting bigger to fill out that lightweight frame, and is now a UFC lightweight. Mairon Santos is a UFC featherweight. Sodiq Yusuff needed an opponent for May 17th. They called Mairon Santos and they said, "Can you make featherweight?" He said no. So they're like, "Okay, we'll put you with Sodiq Yusuff. Can you make lightweight?" He's like, "Yeah, I could probably make lightweight." And they set up this fight. So the first thing we have to take into consideration with this matchup, Sodiq's going to be bigger, okay? Mairon Santos was a bantamweight just a few years ago. He fought Dan Argueta 3 years ago in the bantamweight division. Rafael Barboza, I believe, in the bantamweight division. I could be wrong, but he was a bantamweight 2 to 3 years ago. I'm going to make sure, because I kind of have a weird feeling he was featherweight. It was featherweight. But he had a lot of canceled fights right here. One of them was at 150. Crazy. So had the Dan Argueta loss and was like, I'm going to featherweight. I got TKO'd. I got gassed out in that matchup. I'm going to move up. And then he was featherweight through the Ultimate Fighter, beat Con Ofli, beat Francis Marshall. And again, the only reason he's fighting lightweight is because it's short notice. Sodiq is a natural lightweight now. It's not like this is two featherweights that are just doing short notice and fighting at lightweight so they don't have to cut weight. Sodiq's going to be bigger. Sodiq's going to be a bigger guy. And Sodiq is the better striker. I'm going to be up front with you guys. Mairon is a very, countery type of fighter. Kind of stays on the back foot, looking for counters as you come in. The Con Ofli fight is a great example of that. The Francis Marshall as well. Francis was able to have success because he was coming forward and not really getting hit by a crazy amount of the counters of Mairon, and was able to clinch it up, get it to the ground and grapple and wrestle and things like that. Mairon Santos, I don't believe he's going to have that much success here. I know he's the favorite, which I looked at these odds and I was kind of puzzled, but he's the favorite over Sodiq Yusuff, who's in his prime, who's going to be bigger, who's going to have the power advantage over Mairon Santos. He's going to have a little bit of a striking advantage over Mairon, and Myron's not going to be able to wrestle and out-grapple Sodiq Yusuff in this fight. Sodiq was able to outstrike Alex Caceres. Why wouldn't he be able to do that to Mairon Santos? He lost to Edson Barboza in a close striking match, and he lost to Diego Lopez because he got caught. Mairon doesn't have that power, and Mairon is nowhere near on the level of an Edson Barboza. So, again, I want to look at these stats really quickly. He outstruck Edson Barboza, did get caught once in the fight, so his chin is a little iffy, but again, Mairon isn't the powerful type of guy that some people think he is, and he's able to outstrike Alex Caceres. He was able to actually outstrike Arnold Allen when they fought. Doubled the amount of strikes in round 2, in round 3. There was an argument that maybe he won that fight if it wasn't for, again, him getting dropped. And that could be attributed to him fighting at the featherweight division and cutting as much weight as he was. So I do believe his troubles of getting dropped in the Arnold Allen fight, in the Edson Barboza fight, in the Diego Lopez fight, were because he was fighting at 145, draining and depleting his body. Now he's fighting Mairon Santos, and he's not draining. He's going to be bigger. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be rejuvenated, not having to cut to the 145-pound weight class. That chinny issue isn't there, and he can just focus on striking. He outstruck Arnold, he outstruck Edson, he outstruck Alex Caceres. Aside from being dropped, Mairon's not going to drop him. Sodiq Yusuff's going to win this fight. Ladies and gentlemen, my first underdog of the UFC fight night, Burns versus Morales card, Sodiq Yusuff, unanimous decision.